Okay. Today is Sunday, so I'm finally basically getting ready for Bimba. Oh, cucarachas. Bimba, feel this. Ah. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Okay, it's Sunday. Obviously, so next week starts a new project. The project that was meant to end this week got extended for good reasons. Basically, they got some more work for us to do, and it's like very much in the scope of what we do, so that's great. Very excited about that. The thing is though, that's going to be 4 projects that we're running simultaneously, one of them kicking off. Kickoffs always require more work from our side, and that'll be the largest number of simultaneous projects we've ever run. And my goal is, like, the question I use to gauge and it has been dictating a lot of my actions for the past 6 months is, if I couldn't market to any new customers, right? I cannot open any new conversations. Could I sleep easy at night knowing that, like, I'm perfectly fine because the clients that I have love my service so much that they'll never leave me or promote me sufficiently for, other clients and things like that. And basically having that in mind means we have to maintain really high service standards. And focusing on that as a leading question has honestly been like one of the best decisions I've made so far in the business, and it has resulted in more leads with less marketing. So I would say focus on product first until you can say yes to that question, like, super confidently, that you could literally, you could have someone take away all your access to new conversations and you'd still be fine. If you can confidently say that you'll have no issues with leads, or not leads, sorry, you'll have no issue keeping your clients, then that's really good. But you have to be, like, super critical. You can't just be kind of like, oh yeah, my clients wouldn't leave, but then actually your product isn't that good. Like, your product has to be really amazing, outstanding. But once and obviously, since I do a service, like, scaling to 4 clients means fulfillment has to scale, but I have to retain that quality. So that's obviously a challenge, especially because I can't grow the team that fast with super high quality, but that means I have to put a couple extra hours and stuff like that. And it's going to be a little busier, but it's very exciting. Very much excited for the challenge. Right now, here's the rundown of the situation. I've got 1 client starting next week, but the designs are not finalized for stuff. They're not, like, super confident about the final designs yet. So I have to revise those and get them to approve. Another one is a mobile app that we need to finish up some features for, so Bluetooth features, audio features, and authentication features. Another one is a front-end web app that we're kicking off. Now that's the project that was extended because it was originally just back-end work. So, like, servers and stuff like that, database management, in case you're non-technical. But they also need a front end now, and they've gone with us as the vendor because they liked how we did the back end. So that's the situation. And yeah, so there's that front end work, and then what's the last piece? Oh yeah, the last piece is this pretty large ed tech company, one of the larger startups that we work with. And we're doing a mix of stuff for them. But they're a special case. But regardless, so I have to handle them personally. The designs, I'm the only designer on the team at the moment, so I'm doing that as well. Probably going to hand off I'm going to get the mobile app development to one of the devs on the team. There's only 1 guy full-time, so he's going to do that, and then we'll kick off the back-end development for that new project that needs design, probably like Tuesday, Wednesday. That's the kind of timeline I'm envisioning right now. Yeah, so a fair amount of stress. Well, not stress, but, like, excitement, lots of stuff to do. And there's still 2 conversations with leads that are very promising that are still open, that could materialize in new projects. Hopefully we'll have the front-end web app project done by then, which will mean we only do 5 projects concurrently. 5 projects will be a lot easier than 6. But that's where the situation stands right now. Also, my friend landed today from London, so I'm gonna be hanging out and stuff, and probably won't record as much. But I'll be obviously working. I might record like kind of on the walks with my dog as usual, because it's the easier time, the time that I have to myself, stuff like that. Yeah, I had a conversation earlier where we're just catching up with a friend who, like, not the closest friend, just somebody I keep in touch with. Sorry. Just somebody I keep in touch with like every once in a while, and we were just talking about like what's next for us, stuff like that, and then I think I asked the question like, what are you looking forward to? And just reflecting a little bit on that, I think looking forward to things, just in general, looking forward to things makes life a lot better. But I mean in a positive way, not in a like, yeah, no, I mean, looking forward to things is positive, I think, generally. Like, I don't see how that's going to be a negative. But I think when you look forward, when you have things that you're looking forward to, life is good. Because you're excited, you're hopeful. And I think those are like fundamentally the emotions that drive a lot of joy to people. I don't think it's like a state of contentment in the moment. I think it's the pursuit and feeling like you're on the way there. That is, to me at least, what makes, I think, life very much enjoyable. It's feeling like you're making progress, and looking forward to what's coming. And this can be, I mean, for me, it's in my business, right? I have these things, and it's like the most projects we've handled at once. Projects are going better, clients are happier, like things are moving. That's really exciting. But, you know, for you, it might be a research paper that's going to come out, or, you know, this like promotion in this larger company that you really love working for, or like you're looking forward to this new job start, whatever it is. I think if you have things to look forward to, life is good. And I think that makes it a lot easier to like, it makes it a lot more digestible when you're struggling. If you don't feel super great or something, just, you know, like think about, like find something to look forward to, and kind of make progress towards something. I don't know. I think it's a pretty raw thought. Like, it's a pretty unsculpted is not the right word, but it's just like I haven't thought it through and refined it down into anything, but it was just a reflection that I had that I think would be worth sharing. It's just like, life is good when you look forward to something, when you have something to look forward to, and that takes, and in order to do that, one of the prerequisites is obviously have a destination in mind. And I think as humans, we kind of need that. That's what makes us happy. I think like it's not material wealth or anything like that, but it's feeling like you're getting closer. And that's why sometimes a lot of like, especially like richer people or stuff like that, they'll be like, oh, well, on the come up it was way more fun. It's because they were hopeful and they were moving somewhere. So I think like just moving the goalposts is really kind of, in some ways, it is the solution. Sometimes people describe it as a bad thing, but I think on some level it's kind of a necessary part of the process, which is you need to be moving somewhere. That's where a lot of joy comes from, I think. But yeah, I think like this week I'm trying to balance work with obviously social life, having a friend over, and stuff like that. And one of my plans is basically I've tried to cut out nights for hanging out and social activities, and then keeping the day for work. That's my plan at the moment. Bear in mind, I don't really like, if it weren't for this friend visiting, I basically wouldn't go out. So I'm not concerned about going out a couple nights this week, because usually I wouldn't go out at all. Most of the time I'm just working, but that's not a complaint. It's like, that's what I choose to do. He who runs for fun does not get tired. Quem corre por gosto não cansa. It's a Portuguese saying that I love a lot. But yeah, the VA starts tomorrow as well. I think that's going to be good. So I'm really excited to now have, my team is kind of shaping up to be, so I have one full-time developer. He's like ex-WhatsApp. He is one of the best developers I've ever met. I previously had 2 full-time guys. I've worked with contractors, I've worked with agencies, failed a lot of shit, had a lot of shit fulfillment, like a bunch of problems. But this guy has been amazing. Love him. He is like a partner in the, like, he's basically a partner to me, like in terms of business fulfillment. Like he's helped me immensely. So he's my like longest time full-time employee. Then I also have a video editor, which just helps out, especially with the actual kind of like the proper content, if you will. Obviously, these are just me kind of effectively, it's like a video diary, right? That I think will be fun to look back on, and if the internet finds amusement or education in it, then great. But if not, it's not my problem. But then there's like proper videos which I make, where they're a little bit more deliberate about the intention, stuff like that. And he's helping me out with those. And he's a really cool guy. He's also 19, and he's trying to make his own agency, video editing and stuff like that. So we've had awesome conversations. He's really cool. And then this VA, who's obviously a student as well. And I think she's really on top of it, organized, stuff like that. So I'm excited. Like, I think building a team of cool people, definitely one of the things I'm most looking forward to this year. And hopefully she will help with the whole like excess workload. Honestly, part of her job will even just to be making sure that I stay on top of things. And if I don't, you know, like kick my ass about it. That's literally, I think, going to be part of the job description, because like I'm good at sprints of work, but I can't, yeah, I mean, I generally don't drop the ball. Things all get done, but if she can make sure they get done earlier, they get done more on time, whatever, like, yeah. One of those thoughts I've had is of like compensating for goals. So I have certain goals for LTV, I have certain goals for average project duration, I have certain goals for fulfillment. And if I basically tell her, these are my goals, if I hit them, I'll give you a bonus, that might be encouraging. So honestly, I'm considering doing that. But then again, I'll keep you updated on the progress of the experiment effectively. First week, kind of first ever time working with a VA, I've put a lot of guides and stuff together on how to handle different situations. So like, okay, this is my inbox, put invoices here, do this with the invoices, add them to the Airtable, like so. Events, this is where to schedule meetings for me. Like I have lists on Google Maps of cocktail places and restaurants that I like. I'm a big foodie, very much a thing from having grown up in Singapore. But yeah, that's, I think those guides are really useful. I think if I had a friend tell me about how he works with his VA, and that's where I got the idea. It's actually the German guy who I spoke to about taxes and stuff as well. Yeah, I think if I didn't have him, I might not have put together so much documentation. Not like I didn't put loads together, but at least some structure. I think it'll make it a lot more effective to work together with an assistant. If she obviously has more instructions on what to do, like she can be more effective. But yeah, I'll probably be recording just a lot less, so I'll cut it here and then probably not record anything else today. But yeah, that's basically this Sunday done. 28th of January. Almost the end of January. So, almost the 12th of the year. 2024 already done. Feels like it just became 2024 yesterday. It's quite crazy. Time moves fast. Yeah. Anyway.